Hey guys, how are you doing today? So, I gotta a level up with you guys. I just have a lot of Cardi B stuck in my head right now, and that is where my brain is. Feeling kind of silly today. I'm in a good mood, which is like, what? When did that happen? Why would that happen? I gave a presentation today that went pretty well. I always like it. So I feel like I'm getting better and better at my job when you come to the Q&A part of a presentation and the questions don't stump you. You feel like you have the knowledge and you can share your knowledge because you're like an expert or something. So that, I don't know, that makes me feel good. I got this shirt on Poshmark. I feel like all of my clothes are from Poshmark now. I got this shirt on Poshmark and it's torrid and it's a size 0. And I think I didn't realize, so it says on the website that a size 0 is a size large, but this shirt is not like any size large I have ever put on my body. Because like this armhole is huge. This armhole is the size of 2 arms, and I have big arms. Like I have like the, what do they call it? Chicken wings? I don't know what they call these. I have that problem like really bad. I guess not the worst, but I'm confused. I'm confused about the fit of this shirt. It's very big on me. It's fitting how I would imagine like a 1X or a 2X would fit, and I'm like, maybe I don't understand torrid sizing. I'll take it. Like, I'll take wearing a size 0 and it feeling huge on me, you know? I don't know, but it's like I would like to buy things that are my size. I also haven't really been wearing makeup this week, so I don't know. I like just can't be bothered. Or, I mean, I had a deeper depressive episode on Sunday and Monday than I have had in, I think, a number of months. And so I've been trying to process that and evaluate it. And it just feels like this week has like barreled into the end of the week. It's Thursday now. And it honestly feels like this week just started. So now I'm like, okay, I can gear up for the weekend. But, so, this weekend, I'm going to move through the world with intentionality, which is something that I am not good at historically. I really want to maintain stable mental health this weekend, even though I'm not going to be on Ritalin. Last weekend, I felt myself descending into depression, and for whatever reason, I was in a mindset that I couldn't really do much about that. But this weekend, regardless of where my head's at, I mean, and of course, I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling good right now. Not just fine. I'm feeling good right now. And so, who's to say what my capacity will be to fully operate with the intentionality that I feel like I'm capable of right now on Saturday and Sunday? Who's to say? But I would like to have a plan going into the weekend, because the thing that I've been doing is that I come to weekend and then I'm just like, here we go. Hope I magically survive, without taking my medication. And if you haven't been watching, I mean, nobody watches these, but if you're following my saga, you know that I'm in a position where I do not take my ADD medication on the weekends because I will build a tolerance to it if I take it every day of the week. So I'm currently not taking it on the weekends. And it has an effect where there's something that gives you a rush when you take Ritalin. It's not endorphins. Let me see. Ritalin, good feeling. So because it's a powerful stimulant, it increases alertness and productivity. Whoa, this is saying cocaine, like Ritalin, might help people with ADHD focus and feel calm and in control. Great to know. I'm forgetting what it is, but there's some uptick that happens like right when you take it. And that can cause, dopamine, a quick rise in dopamine. That's probably true for cocaine as well, but we're not talking about cocaine here. Forget anything I said about cocaine, which I don't know anything about. So, Ritalin can take, so when you first take it, you can experience a sort of euphoria. I think like you get used to it. Also, all signs point to that I truly have ADD, so I don't know if different people react to it differently, but I haven't. Whenever I've taken Ritalin, I don't feel like I'm on a drug. Like, I feel healthy. Like, I don't really know how to describe it. Like, I feel like I'm a version of my best self. Like, it's like a self that I've felt before, but it's like a clear, like when I'm able to actually like when I feel like I'm proud of myself and I'm doing a version of myself that I like that I'm doing, that is how I feel when I take Ritalin. And because I've been taking it for a while, I don't know, it's definitely not like intense, the way that it makes me feel. Like it's hardly noticeable. And I've gotten, but the most noticeable thing is actually that because there is this increased dopamine when you first take it, which I don't really notice anymore. Like I don't feel like all of a sudden I'm feeling euphoria. Like I don't feel that, but I do feel this like crash as it wears off. And that's actually why I've been pairing, when I go work out, I've been pairing my exercise with the latter half of the day when the Ritalin is running its course, because it has about a 5-hour half-life or something like that. So it's running its course, and that's like, I like to get out, that I like to experience that downward like emotional crash at the gym, because my natural endorphins are already working for me when I'm doing cardio. So I've realized that that effect has proven really, really, really productive. Like that, or not productive. That's worked. That's working for me. That's working really well for me. It's making it so that I'm not even feeling the crash at the end of the day. But what's still hard for me is not taking it on the weekends. And there's kind of no way around that. Like I'm going to build up a tolerance to it. And so it's this question. I'm going to go see my psychiatrist on Monday, and I'm maybe going to ask him, like, is there something that I can take in the moment if it's like I've gotten so low that on the weekend, like with my mood. And that's a part of it that I don't really understand. I was asking my therapist about it, and, you know, she's not a psychiatrist, but she's been in this field for decades, and she was saying, you know, telling me, like, there's a lot of drugs that we don't understand, and we don't, especially when it comes to antipsychotics, and not that this is but anything to, like, support mental health stuff. There's a lot that we don't understand of how it interacts in the brain and different things that are happening. And so she was like, I don't know. I don't know why people who have mood disorders tend to also have ADHD, or there seems to be some kind of correlation there, and that the medication for it helps. But what seems to happen is, like, it's not like you don't feel things when you're on the medication. It's that you are not controlled by those feelings. That those feelings are not creating these webs of, like, hopelessness and, like, deep-seated, like, feelings that are so deep-seated that they paralyze you. And so on the weekends, if I'm just, like, happy Diana and having a great weekend, then I just have a great weekend, and I'm just happy Diana. But if I'm the version of me that is really low mood-wise, then that's been something I'm trying to like wrestle with, because if I get low enough, then I'll binge. And this week I felt completely like I was scared of myself a little bit on Monday. Like I was having really bad thoughts, like self-destructive thoughts, like things that haven't passed through my mind in a long time. And I was like questioning my sanity and my values. And because you'll notice in the last video that I posted, I came in feeling like I was being clear-headed about my thinking. And then towards the end of it, I was like, well, like I do believe in collective action and community, and how is what I'm saying even fitting into here? So it was like, I mean, I agree with like the majority of what I said in the last video, but it just seems like I wasn't me. Like I wasn't able to think clearly, and I was trying to convince myself of things that would make me be okay. And that questioned things about my values and my confidence and my worthiness and all these different things. And I don't think it's acceptable at this point with how close I feel like I am to like not having to deal with those days. It feels like it's possible for me to find a solution. And it might not be like the forever solution. Like it might not be that I never ever have a depressive episode like that. But I think that there are like options I haven't explored yet. Like I think like maybe I take something in the moment, like on Sunday night, if it's really, really bad. Maybe I adjust the way that I do or do not take Ritalin and when I do and do not take it. Like maybe instead of the break being the weekend, maybe the break is Tuesday and Wednesday. That doesn't sound like it would work well with the work week, but maybe it's just something different than what I'm doing. And so my first step, like, because I haven't gone to the psychiatrist yet, because I don't have the like medicine to experiment with or whatever. And because I honestly don't want to take more medication than I have to, this was my thought for the weekend. My thought is on Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to do an hour of cardio both days. I'm going to force myself to. And because I know that cardio helps me with my mood tremendously. Like, I've only been on Ritalin for a number of months, and before that I was on nothing. I like tried being on Prozac, but again, that was just for like a month or something. So for majority of my life, like I've been an incredibly moody person, and I've been having to manage that on my own. And at its most self-destructive, my coping mechanisms have been actual self-harm and substance abuse and that kind of a thing. And at my best, my coping mechanism has been exercise, healthy eating, being social, crafting, and taking part in all these activities, these volunteer-based advocacy things that give me purpose in my life. So I think that definitely me taking medication that's helping me is not, something that needs to be taken away from all these other coping mechanisms that I know that actually work for me. And I think that, so on the weekends, like, I'm allowing myself to go out and hang out with friends and relax and that kind of a thing. And honestly, like, I oftentimes feel like I deserve it because I am so much more productive during the week. Because before I was like trying to force myself to do work and that kind of a thing on the weekends. But I think that I have to act with some intentionality, and I can't just approach the weekend like, this is the fun, crazy weekend, get to do whatever I want, and then it like ends up really affecting my mental health. So I think I'm going to make sure, so it's like, I don't want to implement too many different things at one time because it's like an experiment, right? So let's like have like a control. So we'll just do one variable at a time. Okay, so this weekend I'm going to do crazy fun weekend, whatever I want to do. But in addition to that, I'm going to make sure that I work out 1 hour on Saturday and 1 hour on Sunday. And we'll see what happens. And then I'll also talk to my psychiatrist on Monday about possible changes in medication or options there. But yeah, so I guess that's a mental health update that I'm giving to you guys, and hopefully you're happy to see me so happy in my giant shirt, which I, apparently got the wrong size of, and if I saw you and you were happy, that would make me happy too. So let's continue to spread love and joy in the world, and I will talk to y'all soon. Okay, bye guys.